Hello everyone again. Coming back from this beautiful Shabbos of celebrating a great liberation of the Balatanya, as we spoke about it last week. We're going into another beautiful holiday that is Chanukah coming in, and will be the Shabbos coming up, the Shabbos of Chanukah. And as we know that one always relates with the other, so the liberation of the Balatanya that we celebrated last Shabbos for sure continues into the idea of Chanukah. They both have that same idea. What is the idea of both holidays? That Yutet Kislev, the 19th of Kislev, that is the liberation of Balatanya, this begun the sharing of the great light of the world of Hasidus in the world. And this continues in Chanukah. That Chanukah, this is the holiday of sharing the great light into the world, the light of Chanukah. And in the idea of sharing the light of Chanukah, we see the beauty of this holiday, that a mitzvah is to light the candles of Chanukah in the streets. As we know, the famous question is that even though Chanukah celebrates the candelabra that was lit inside the temple, but the Chanukah itself, we don't light it inside like the temple was lit inside, and from there the light came outside to the world. The light of Chanukah is that we put it, as the Talmud says, al pesach beisoy mibachutz, on the doorpost outside, as should be lighting up the world. And as we know also, the mitzvah of Chanukah is to light it specifically in the evening, or the idea of the evening at night. This is the darkness of exile, that the whole idea of the mitzvah of Chanukah is to light up the darkness of exile. It's interesting enough that in the idea of Chanukah we find a famous argument between Beit Shamai and Beit Hillel. As we know that through the entire Talmud, we always have the arguments between Beit Shamai, the school of Shammai, and the school of Hillel. And in the idea of Chanukah, we also have the argument between the school of Shammai and the school of Hillel. And what is the argument between these two is regarding lighting the Menorah on Chanukah. And the argument is that Beit Shammai says that we light the Chanukah, we begin with 8 candles, then we go down to 7 candles until we go down to 1 candle. And Beit Hillel disagrees, and he says no, we should light the first night 1, and the second night 2, and the third night 4, and so on and so forth. And the Talmud explains us what is the reasons of the argument between these two, Beit Shamai and Beit Hillel. So the Talmud says that Beit Shamai said that we compare the idea of Chanukah to the holiday of Sukkot. The same as the holiday of Sukkot, when they brought the offerings, and the holiday of Sukkot, it was the beginning, the first day of Sukkot was more than the second day, it was every day less and less. And the same thing, the idea of Chanukah. And Beit Hillel says no, that we should increase and not decrease. And what is the idea of the argument between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel in a deeper sense? And this is what really brings out the beauty of Chanukah. And this really brings out a lesson that when we come to Chanukah, to know what is the message of this holiday, especially as we said before, coming from a beautiful celebration of Yutet Kislev, to teach us what is the message of Chanukah. Because as we know, we follow Beit Hillel, the opinion of Beit Hillel, that we light the first night 1 candle and so on and so forth till 8 candles. And the real argument between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel is the Beit Shammai is occupied with the idea of Chanukah, that Chanukah is there to diminish the darkness. Chanukah is there, a holiday. There was a big darkness at that time, as we know the story with the Greeks, that they were bringing impurity into the land of Israel. Without getting into the details right now, everybody knows the story. And the celebration of Chanukah is the way we were able to remove the darkness, to chase them away. And this is what Beit Shammai is saying, that the first day we need 8 candles. Why? Because the first day celebrates that first day of being able to chase away the darkness of the Greek Empire. And the first day there was still lots of darkness. This is why we need 8 candles to chase away the darkness. But the second day, because there was already, we went through the first day of Chanukah, that we already removed some of the darkness of the Greek Empire, of the impurity of the Greek Empire. So the second day, Beit Shamai says we only need 7 candles because there's not so much darkness to remove. And the third day is even less darkness. This is why you only need 6 candles, because we do not need so much ammunition, so much light to remove the darkness. And until day number 8, that Beit Shamai says we remove the darkness, we don't need so much light anymore. And that's the idea of Beit Shamai. Beit Shamai is occupied with the idea that we have to chase away the negative. We have to chase away the darkness, and this is what Chanukah is all about. And because this is what Beit Shamai says, this is why the whole idea of Beit Shamai begin with a great light and finish with a little light. Because to remove darkness, you need a lot of ammunition first. And then when you're successful, you don't have to be as powerful anymore. You don't need so much light. Then comes Beit Hillel, the school of Hillel, and goes to a different idea. Beit Hillel says, you're right, Beit Shamai. That idea of Chanukah was that we had to chase away, remove the darkness that there wasn't that time of the Greek Empire, that it shed out big darkness over the land of Israel, over the Jews of Israel. Yes, Chanukah symbolizes, it resembles the idea of removing darkness. But Beit Hillel says there is a much deeper idea and a much more important idea that we have to celebrate on Chanukah. Let's not be so occupied in removing darkness. Let's be occupied more in bringing light. Chanukah removes darkness, but the real deeper idea is Chanukah brings light. And this is why Beit Hillel says to bring light, start small, and the light keeps on increasing and increasing and increasing to bring lots of light in the world. Yes, we got to remove darkness, but this will be done automatically. This we don't have to focus so much on. What we need to focus is bring lots of light. And in order to bring lots of light, what we need to do is keep on increasing more and more light. And this is the real deep argument between Beit Shamai and Beit Hillel. Beit Shamai says, let's focus on removing darkness. Beit Hillel says, let's focus on bringing more and more light. Removing the darkness, this will be done by having so much light in this world. And as we know that we all follow the opinion of Beit Hillel, this becomes now to us the real celebration of Chanukah. The real celebration of Chanukah is to bring more and more light into this world. And this is why we know our Rebbe was so into the idea of Chanukah, to share another light, more and more lights, to go out into the world, to light so many more menorahs in the world. Every little light brings more and more and more lights in the world. And when we bring all the lights in the world, this will be, Emetz Hashem, the real light, the light of Mashiach Tzidkenu. And that's the beauty of Chanukah. A little bit of foretaste to the real light. Not a light only to postpone the darkness, to remove the darkness. A light that brings so much light into the world that the darkness itself will change to the greatest light. That this will be Emetz Hashem when Mashiach will come. So let us all follow the mission and the request of the Rebbe that he gives us every year when it comes Chanukah, to make sure that one more Jew out there should light the Chanukah candles. Because every one more Jew that lights the Chanukah candles, as Beit Hillel says, one more light. And this is our duty, to bring one more light than we had the day before. The day before we had only one candle, next day let's have 2 candles. So this is our mission, every day to bring one more candle, one more light into this world. And through the mission of Chanukah that we're all going to accomplish, everybody's going to do on his own as much as he can to bring more light in the world. We'll get into the real light, Bezrat Hashem, the light of Mashiach Tzidkenu. Have yourself a beautiful Chanukah, a beautiful Shabbos. Enjoy your latkes and everything that comes with it. Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.